very warm welcome to all of you. So in this video we'll be studying about data frame characteristics, which will include the anatomy of data frame. We'll also study how to access data frame row wise or column wise, how to obtain data frame slice or subset. We can also assign new rows and columns, or we can modify the existing values of data frame. So we'll be learning all these. So let's get started. So first we need to know about what are the attributes of data frame. So the attributes of data frame are index, column, axis, d-type, and so on. So we'll just see it through some examples. So if we have a data frame, this is df3 already there, and we want to name it as df4, so we can name it through this method. So already existing data frame can be passed as an argument to the new data frame, and we can have the older data frame into the newer one here, like as it is shown here. So we have a data frame called df4. So now if I want to know the index, so can you tell me what is the index of the data frame? What will be the answer? So can you tell me? So the index are the name of the rows. So we'll just run and see, and you can see Arun, Anant, Reena and Astha is the index. Columns, what value we'll be getting? We'll be getting English, Maths, Hindi. Let's run and see. Can you see this? Okay. Now axis. So what is axis? Axis are the rows and columns, right? So when we run this, we'll be getting both the rows and columns, whatever is there in the data frame. So row headers and column headers. Now we talk about D type. So it will give you the data types of the data frame. So just see. So it is giving the data types of all the columns, right? So if we talk about size, size will give the number of elements present in the data frame. So there, how to count? So there are 4 rows and 6 columns. So if you want to count individually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 into 4, 24. So there are 24 individual elements. So it gives you size as 24. The shape will give you length into breadth, right? So 4 into 6. So 4 rows and 6 columns. The values will be giving you whatever values are there in the data frame. So you can just match it with the values. It starts from 20, 15, 12. So it's the same values, right? Then we come about empty. So this is a function which tells whether your data frame is empty or not. So if I run and see, I'll get false, right? Because it is there. So let's take a data frame which is not there at all. So let me check df77 dot e, right? So can I run and see? So you'll get the error. So what is the error? df4 is not defined. So if you take a newer data type which is not already defined, that will give you error. But if you take a data type which do not have any value in it, right, so that will be giving you df.empty true. Okay, now df4 endim, so it will give you the dimensions. So it is 2D array. The transpose, we talked about transpose in the previous slides, right? So there the row and the columns are flipped, so we can just see. So the row has come to the column side and the column to the row side in this. Okay, so these are the characteristics, or you can say attributes of the data frames. Now we'll be seeing how to access data frames. So if we talk about column wise access, we can just write the name of the data frame along with the column name. So this is the example how to access more than one column if you want. So if you want to access a single column, what we can do is we'll be just writing the name of the data frame along with a single column, and then we'll get the data of English marks, right? Now if I wanted more than one column, so by comma we can give a list inside a square bracket and we'll be getting it this way, right? We also have the other way, that is we can just write df4 dot English, means we can also use the other method, that is name of the data frame along with the column separated by dot. So we'll just check this. So, and we'll write. So the other method was name of the column along with the data frame. So, and here you need to keep in mind, you need not give the single quotes here. Okay, so this is also the other method. So we have already seen how to access multiple columns. Now let's see how to access the rows. We need to write LOC dot and then the row's name. So let's check here. We want to access row, we have to do it this way. So we can just, there's one more thing, that is so we'll just get this right. So if by default we do not give comma colon, this is for row and this is for column, right? So this will fetch you all the column marks, right? Means all the subjects marks. Here I did not write anything after comma for the columns. So all the columns value is displayed here. Okay, so we also have a provision, we can just write like I want from English to Hindi, right? So what will I write? I'll write here English and then let it be till Hindi. So let's see what we get here. Okay, run and see. So we are just getting English, Maths, Hindi. So from English to Hindi if we want. If we don't mention anything, we get the value of all the columns. If we mention the columns, we'll be getting only those columns. The third thing what we want, like for example, like this is a second example also for mentioning same how the slicing follows. Okay, now if you want from the rows from Arun, let me just check, Arun till Arena, let it be that. So arenas, and I get the answer Aruna's arenas. So we can slice it this way. We did slicing on the name of the columns and rows, but now we can also select the slice on the basis of the indexes of rows and columns. Like if you don't remember, you want the first two rows and the first two columns. So for this we need to use iloc instead of loc. So here we'll be getting first two rows and first two, no, second and third column, like Maths and Hindi, right? So if I want to access like accessing first two rows, so first two rows and first two columns, we need to mention here. Okay, and we'll get the answer. So you can just see if this is the data frame. I'll just show you. Yeah, if this is the data frame, I want this part of it, that's it. Hindi no. So English, Maths and other things, so you can just see we have got that, right? English, Maths of Arun and Anand. So if we want to change, we can change into it, right? So this way again the slicing is done. I'm not giving it for column, so all the column is displayed, and if I've given slicing for row, I've got it through rows. Now if you want to have access to the individual element, right now we were accessing the whole row or the individual columns, right? So but now if you want to access the individual elements, so what we need to do is we have two methods. One is we need to write the data frame's name dot the column's name and the row's name inside a square bracket or we have to write I at and the index value, whatever you want, right? So if you want to print 12, what will be the index value? So 0 1 2 and 0 1 2, so 2 comma 2. Let's check here if we want to give I at value. So like for example, I want Arun's Hindi marks, right? So what we need to write is, so this is df4 dot, okay? So I will be writing df4 dot and Hindi marks of Arun. So the output should be 12, right? So let's see whether we get 12 or not, okay? Now if I want to change, or I want to display this mark, so this is 2 comma 3, I suppose. So if I write 2 comma 3, so now if I'm talking about location wise, so I at, so if I write 1 comma 1, so this is the value of 1 comma 1. So if I want to print 33, what will be the value? It will be 0 1 2 and 0 1 2 3, so 2 comma 3. So if I write 2 comma 3, I get the value as 33, okay? And if I write 2 comma 5, I'll be getting 33.4. so this is that. So you can access also through index, right? It starts from 0, again same as we have done in 2D. Assign and modify the data values. So if you want to assign a new value to the existing data frame element, you can always assign it. So how, the way we print, we can assign in same manner. Like for example, I talked about 2 comma 3 and this was 33, or if I talked about this, Arun got 12, right? So if he got 12 and I want that the value should be to 24, okay? 24, and I will run this. Right, and we'll run. So here you'll be able to see that Arun had scored now 4 in this Hindi. You can see here it was 12 before, now I've changed, it has changed to 24. Like I want everybody's English marks to change to 35, okay? So what will I do? Everybody's English marks. So if I want English marks, I'll just write what? df, I will write df right, English arena, and I'll write this, okay? So after arena I want things to be 40. Run this and I will print it here like df4, right? So I'll print, and then I'll see, you can see the marks of both Arena and Astha have changed. It was 35 33. So we can also do bulk updations like this by using slices. Then we'll see how to add column in a data frame. So if you want to add a new column into a data frame, how we'll be doing it. So for that, what we need to do is we just need to like adding, yes, here. So we'll just write df4. Here what we are doing, we are adding column to data frame. So we'll just take the name of a new column and then we'll put the values in here, and then I can just run this and I will print df4 and the values has been changed. I mean Sanskrit has been incorporated into it as a new column. Okay. So we can do it by two methods, also by at method and LOC method, both, okay, if you want to add. Then how to delete a column. So if you want to delete, so what we need to do, we need to copy this and we need to write del. Okay, and then again I'll print d4. So we'll run this. Okay, and then this. So you'll see Sanskrit is removed. Can you see this? Fine. So this way we can delete using drop method, that is df2 drop the name of the column and with access. So you also need to mention the access. So it is the name of the column, so access has to be 1.